Thank you guys for having me. My name is Flo Edelbor Osula. I'm a pediatric orthopedic surgeon here at Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School. And I was asked to talk about my journey into being a black female pediatric orthopedic surgeon. So I'm like a zebra. Very rare. So I start with this slide. This is my baby, one of my babies. I have two babies. And I think I was about this age when I decided that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a doctor from the time I can remember. And how did I get there? I don't know. I think it's just a calling. I believe in God, and I think some people are just destined for certain things, and this was my calling. And I grew up in Queens, New York. I am the oldest of four. My parents are Nigerian. I was born here, so I'm first generation. And I went to high school, public high school in Queens, and I did my undergraduate work at Johns Hopkins and medical school at Cornell. And it was during my time at Hopkins that I kind of discovered that I liked musculoskeletal health and that I wanted to do something in that arena. So as an undergraduate, I was a basketball player. I played varsity basketball at Johns Hopkins University. And one of the big themes, I guess, is mentors, people that mentor you along the way. So one of my big mentors was this woman right here. Does anyone know who she is? Anybody? Yeah, she's the first black orthopedic surgeon, female orthopedic surgeon in the country. Her name is Dr. Claudia Thomas. And when I was a second year at Hopkins, I was trying to find what I wanted to do. I needed to find a mentor. Just like one of my students here, Ebony, found me as her mentor. So I basically first found a rheumatologist. I didn't know anything about orthopedic surgery at the time, so I found a rheumatologist first. And she took one look at me and she was like, I have the perfect person for you. And she walked me over to Dr. Claudia Thomas's office, and I basically shadowed her for the remainder of my time at Hopkins. And it was during that time that I discovered that was my calling. I knew at that moment that I wanted to be just like her. So the importance of having someone that looks like you doing what you want to do is extremely important. At least it was very important for me. But that doesn't mean that that's the only important thing. As you can see, I have mentors that look totally different from her, right? So this man right here, Joseph Lane, when I was between my third and fourth year of medical school, I did a research year with him. And it happened to be that his brother was the program director at the residency that I went to at Long Island Jewish Medical Center. So connections along the way happen. Some of them are serendipitous. Some of them you seek out on your own. But I guess the emphasis that I want to make is that your mentors and people that you look up to come in all different shapes, sizes, forms, colors. And so you just have to be open and kind of find your way as you're going. I don't have any cookie cutter formula to tell you how I got from being an undergrad to becoming a pediatric orthopedic surgeon. There were just a series of events that led me into that particular direction. So you also have mentors that are peer mentors. So some of my peer mentors are Yasmin and Laura. So we have a WhatsApp group, a bunch of us. So orthopedic surgeons, females represent about 13%, and to be a black female, I'm like 1%. So I know all the black female orthopedic surgeons. So we're actually on a WhatsApp group, and we communicate about cases, we communicate about life. When things are happening in my department that are annoying, I communicate to them about that. And so you have to find your tribe. We consider each other a tribe, and we really rely on each other very heavily when we need somebody to talk to about just about anything, about life, about a case, about anything. And that has been extremely important to me. So my take-home point is find your tribe. Find people that you can connect with that share a similar interest as you, and people that you can kind of lean on that are separate from, you have different kinds of mentors. So these guys are like, my mentors that I send like funny GIFs, about silly stuff to, so that's important. So I love what I do. So I get to make cute casts and put bows on them. That's like my favorite thing to do. And Ebony is like my director of cast art. When she comes to my office hours, she helps me draw like Spider-Man on cast, and we do really cute things to kids. And so being a pediatric orthopedic surgeon affords me that. So I love my job, I love what I do, and I think that would be my take home point. Whatever you decide to do, make sure that you love it. Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That's how I live my life. So, you know, if anyone has any questions for me about anything, please feel free to ask at the end. But those are just some of the pearls that I would share, and you know, my journey to get to where I am. Obviously, I could go on for hours about it, but I only have 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop.